Heyo! We got something new today. So, I'm gonna talk about this mouse for a little bit. This is AttackShark Paw 3395, and I got this over the holidays, and this is a... I'll give you a hint. You see anything similar here? No, I'm not pointing fingers or anything, but there's some similarities to these. Anyway, AttackShark is obviously a Chinese gaming accessory brand, and one of my followers actually recommended this to me. Completely unrelated. I bought this with my own money. I'm not related to this company in any sense. I just wanted to check it out because I do love my this is Logitech Superlight, and it's a great mouse. I mean, it's super light, the battery lasts super long, and I use it when I work and when I game, when I edit, when I stream, whatever. Even though I have this MX Master 3 from Logitech, which I also love, but I don't use it as often as I probably should, because it does have much better shape for working, essentially, right? So we're gonna talk about this puppy for a bit. Anyway, we have this Logitech mouse here. I'm gonna put that aside and let's see what we got in here. So we got a very nice braided cable here for charging. Let's see what else we got. We have obviously the mouse. Ooh. That sounds pretty good. See the bottom here, we'll take off the skates. There's a couple of different options here. I'm going to talk to you guys about those in a second. And then it looks like that's it. So very simple. You have your mouse and you have your charging cable. Now on the back, there's some specifications for people that are interested. I'm not going to go super into detail into this because I got feedback that at least my current people that watch these videos don't care too much for the technicalities. But there's 3 different ways you can connect your device. There is wireless 2.4G, there is wired, and then there's also a Bluetooth connection for this. So it has DPI adjustments from 800 to 26,000. It is a rechargeable battery, and it does have its own software. So we will look into that a little bit later, but right now we're looking at a pretty bare bones unpackaging experience, right? Now, the meat and potatoes, obviously we want to see the difference here. I mean, it is really, really hard not to speculate on the design. Even the bottom part, like, this is almost, I mean, you can definitely see the differences, but there is way too many similarities compared to differences that's gonna tell you that, hey, this is something different. However, I do want to say that right off the bat, I do believe that this one is a little bit smaller. First feel on the hand is pretty good. Actually, I don't know, I feel like the clicks are pretty similar, I want to say. Although there is a little more travel to this mouse, as you can see here, compared to the Superlight, which has slightly shorter travel. And I do want to say that with the Superlight, not often, but I catch myself like getting annoyed because I click the buttons too fast almost. So feels tactile, feels pretty good. Another major difference is that here we have micro USB from the Superlight, and we do have the industry standard now, which is the USB Type C. You have your DPI modes right here. You can change them, and then the way that you connect your mouse to the computer right here. So in terms of that, it's a very similar experience. The side buttons also protrude a little bit more, and then you have this indicator here, which is somewhat hidden in the body of this mouse, somewhere around here. So that's kind of the unboxing and the physical feel of it. I'm going to play around with it for, you know, a couple of weeks, just so I can give you guys a better understanding of where I'm at with the mouse, and then we're gonna, you know, see if this thing is worth it. Just for the record, I do believe that at the time of purchase of this one, it was only $35, and that was a sale price. I think usually it goes for like 43 or 44 bucks. And then the Superlight, I also got it on sale, but I paid $99 for this guy, and then the regular price that it usually runs for is about $130 to $150, depends on the retailer you're looking at. So I'm excited to try it. I will be back in, obviously, a couple of weeks, and we're gonna see what's up with these. Is this thing worth it? Does it live up to the hype that I was told that it deserves? And yeah, hopefully give you guys a cheaper option to this.
All right, guys, welcome back. It has been roughly 6 weeks since I recorded the first part of the video. I told you guys I want to use the mouse for a little while and give you guys a actual comparison to these two, and I have a couple of thoughts. First one, right off the bat, you can definitely feel that this one is lighter than the Superlight. It's kind of incredible considering how cheap this thing is, how it can compete with something like a Superlight. It is definitely a little bit of an adjustment in the first week to the size. I do feel like I have a lot more support in this part of my palm, so closer to the fingers. As you can see, my hand is decently big. I have thick fingers, and you know, Superlight fits me really well. But when I started using this mouse, I did have a little bit of I don't know if you can see it here on camera, but the arch is a little bit different. And for some reason, I have a lot more support in this region across on the Superlight, but on this mouse, it is a little bit skinnier here, which at first it kind of annoyed me, but then it did feel good to have a little bit extra space here under the index finger. I don't know if that's beneficial to you guys or not, but it was just my experience. Secondly, this mouse does require a bit better grip compared to the Superlight. I did feel with the Superlight that I could feel it, that I could hold it a little bit more looser because of its shape. And on this mouse, I did tend to cramp up with my thumb and my little finger a lot more than the Superlight. However, I do like the side buttons a lot more on the AttackShark compared to the Superlight. On the Superlight, they're very like slim, and they're super close to the body of the mouse. And then on this mouse, you can see that they're a little bit more poked through, which I did like. It kind of annoyed me at first because I would accidentally press the buttons. But now I do prefer them over the Superlight. Sensor-wise, I didn't really feel like there was a big difference, but I did feel at times that with the AttackShark, I would very, very rarely, I want to say like once a week, and I use, you know, when I'm on a computer, I'm usually on a computer like 10 hours a day because I work from home, and I do use this while I'm working, even though I have this Logitech MX Master 3, and I love this mouse. It is super comfortable, but I do use this a lot when I'm working as well. So in that regard, a little bit of cramping in the thumb and the little finger, not too bad. Sensor would like go out, like it would almost be like a blip for like 0.2 seconds, and when I'm working, it's really not bothering me. But if I was gaming, especially in like a FPS shooter, it would annoy me. However, it didn't happen when I was playing games, so I don't know, take that for what it's worth. But yeah, that's like the two main things. Now the actual like movement of the mouse, you can see the glides are pretty substantial when it comes to the Superlight, and I do love them. I didn't buy like upgraded glides or anything like that. On the AttackShark, you can see that there's a little bit around the sensor, and then you have the top and bottom part, and then on the Superlight you have a lot more. Not too much of a difference. I did feel like I moved the AttackShark a lot easier, even though that the Superlight was kind of easier to hold. I did have a much easier time moving this mouse around. So not sure if that's gonna affect you or not. Also, I do want to mention that the clicks on this mouse are a little bit harder to compare to the Superlight, and they have a little bit more travel time. You can see it here a little bit, which is a pro and a con depending on what you play. For something that tactical, obviously this mouse is geared towards like FPS gamers, but for something that's tactical, I did like the longer, like the punctuality being longer compared to the Superlight. But for FPS games, I think I still prefer the Superlight. However, it's a really close call. As I said, it's like very minor things that I kind of like either like or dislike about either of them, right? So that's it from like the technical standpoint. There is you know, this little mode thing, which is gonna the indicator light that you can change here, and then you also have the DPI change, which I made it way too high now, and then now that's not good either. And then there we go. I think this is where I had it. I messed it up. But anyway, I didn't use these much. You also have the dongle here to connect it Jesus, via Bluetooth. So there is a dongle in there, and then you know, you have your switch over here, and then a USB-C for charging, which is really nice. So you know, the scroll wheel, I guess I didn't mention that. The scroll wheel feels almost identical. It is a little bit wider, like a tiny bit wider compared to the Superlight. You can see it here. But I mean, when you look at them, they're extremely close. So overall, I think this is 1000% worth the money. I was super impressed how well it worked, like as a daily driver for weeks on end. The battery is good. I'm not sure. I didn't really fully compare. I kind of lost track of time. I didn't fully compare the battery life, but just like the Superlight, I would forget to charge it for days on end and the battery would still be good. So I think in that regard, they're very comparable. Although I do feel like I forget about the Superlight a lot more than I do about this one. So take that for what it's worth. But still, you're not going to have to charge it like every week. Like every 2 weeks, I need to charge this thing. So that kind of would wrap it up for me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Would you consider buying something like this? I'll leave the links in the description of the video. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this breakdown and review. I hope it was meaningful to you. I hope I helped you make a decision. So if you can get the Superlight on sale, obviously it's a solid choice. But if you're on a budget, this is, I don't know if you can beat this for the price, really. If you guys have any suggestions of mice that are in this price range and that can beat this, let me know and I might order it and check it out. But as of right now, my suggestion is just go for it. Like you don't have anything to lose by getting this. It is impressive. Like no joke, it is impressive how well it's done. Longevity wise, I don't know. You know, I've had the Superlight for probably 2 years now, maybe 3, and never gave up on me. You know, everything is, all the clicks and everything is good. This mouse I had for about a month and a half now and still no issues. But the build quality seems great. So I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit a little bell so you can see when the new videos are coming out. And I will see you all very, very soon. Bye.